Hello everybody, Bill here, and I'm just following up from my last video, which if you saw you'll know I spent a load of money and threw a ton of shiny parts at this engine in an attempt to solve the crank wobble. Didn't quite work out as I'd hoped. There was still a bit of a wobble in there. So I've been off, I've had a bit of a tantrum, but I'm over it now, we can move on. I decided to have another look at it, so what I did was I pulled it all apart and took the timing gear off this time to find the main issue was that the keyway had become loose at some point and worn the gap in the crank nose down, so it was wider than it should have been. So I saw a video on the internet which suggested getting metal compound JB weld, mixing that up and using it to fill in the gap. Skeptical, I know, but I thought I'd give it a go. So last night I took the car to pieces and I glued the keyway in place. I used it to fill the gap, smoothed it out. I've left it for the full 24 hours and I've not long reassembled the car. I've retimed the engine and put everything back together, started it up, and this is what it looked like. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it's a lot better than it was, and I think unfortunately it's going to be one of those things I'm going to have to learn to live with. Moving on from that, join me next time where I'll be removing the head, replacing my leaking valve stem seals, replacing the head gasket and upgrading to ARP head studs. Keep an eye out for that. And what I did was, forget what I was trying to say. Moving on from that, I've got a couple more jobs in the... Moving on from that, I've got a couple more jobs in line, mainly... And what I've tried is something a bit different. I saw a little video on the internet where you do something about it. A couple more jobs I want to do, valve stem seals, head gasket and something else. Head studs. Jesus. And I decided to have another look at it. The issue being that keep an eye out for that.